Imam al-Hussein made a declaration on the eve of Ashura, where he said to his companions, إِنَّ هَذَا اللَّيْلِ قَدْ غَشِيَكُمْ, this darkness has enveloped you. فَاتَّخِذُوهُ جَمَلًا, use it to escape. And then he even gave them a plan. He said, each one of my companions should hold the hand of one of my family members and take them. The first person to rise up was Abu al-Fadl al-Abbas. He said to him, Ya Aba Abdullah al-Hussein, we're here to fight for you. We will never abandon you. We will never walk away from you. Al-Abbas gave a speech, encouraged everyone. Then the companions rose, one after the other. So the Imam gave them this blanket permission to leave on the eve of Ashura. All of them together sitting in the tent. And they refused. Then the Imam went to them individually, subhanallah. He went to one of the companions named Nafi' ibn Hilal. The Imam was walking outside of the tents, guarding it perhaps removing the thorns from the ground. Tomorrow there is going to be little girls walking on these thorns. The Imam was guarding the camp. Suddenly he saw a shadow. He felt someone was there. He said, who is this? He said, I am Nafi' ibn Hilal, Ibn Rasulullah. The Imam said, go back. He said, I can't leave you by yourself. I have to guard you. I have to protect you. So the Imam used this opportunity to tell him. He said to him, Ya Nafi', you see that over there? He said, yeah, all I see is darkness. The Imam said to him, no one's going to see you. Escape, make a run for it. He looked at the Imam. He said to him, Ya Aba Abdullah, أكلتني السباع حيا إن أنا تركته. May the beasts and the lions of the desert eat me alive, should I ever think about leaving you. Muslim ibn Awsaja, again, his response to the Imam was this. He said to him, Ya Aba Abdullah, Wallah, law anni qutilt, wa uhriqt, wa nushirt, thumma uhiyit, yuf'alu dhalika bi alfa marrah. If they killed me, then burnt my corpse, then threw my ashes and dispersed them in the air, then brought me back to life and did that to me 1,000 times, I wouldn't abandon you. Another companion, news reached him that his son had been captured and imprisoned. The Imam came to him. He said to him, here is some money. Go and save your son. So the man said to the Imam, Ya Aba Abdullah, my son and my entire family, may they be ransomed for you. I am here to die for you. My son, Allah will take care of him. All of these companions, unwavering commitment and loyalty to Abu Abdullah al-Hussein. And so on the day of Ashura, Imam al-Hussein reciprocated this with them. When they fell to the ground, when Hur fell to the ground, Imam al-Hussein rushed to him. He said to him, Anta hurrun kama sammatka ummuk. You are truly free, just as your mother called you. Then he said, Qatlatun ka qatlatin nabiyyin. You have been killed the way prophets were killed. This is one example. The other is Aslam, the Turkish slave. Sometimes we hear about John the slave, but not Aslam. Aslam fell to the ground. He said, Assalamu alayk ya Aba Abdullah. That's how they bid the Imam farewell. The Imam rushed to him. Aslam was bloody from head to toe. His eyes were closed. He was breathing his last. At some point he felt warmth on his cheek. He opened his eye. He saw Aba Abdullah al-Hussein wa khadduhu ala khadd al-ghulam. So he said, Man mithli, who is like me? وابن بنت رسول الله واضع خده على خدي. Imam al-Hussein treated the slave the way he treated his son Ali al-Akbar. Another was Muslim ibn Awsaja. You know, Habib ibn Mudahir and Muslim ibn Awsaja, they go back a long time. They've been friends. When they were in Kufa, one day, Muslim ibn Awsa just saw Habib ibn Mudahir. He said to him, where are you going? He said, I'm going to buy some hair dye. I wish to dye my beard. There's too much white hair in it. Muslim ibn Awsa just said to him, Wallahi inni la adhunnu anna ha'ula'i al-qawm sayaqtuluna Aba Abdullah. You know what I think, Habib? I think that the people of Kufa will turn against the Imam. So Habib threw the dye from his hand. He said, La wallah hatta akhdhibaha bidami nahri. I will dye my beard with the blood of my throat. So on the day of Ashura, when Muslim ibn Awsa fell to the ground, Imam al-Hussain and Habib both came to him. The Imam prayed for Muslim. Habib then said to his old friend, he said to him, had I not known that I would be joining you soon, I would have wanted you to leave me some final will instructions, things that you would like me to do. So Muslim looked at Habib but pointed to Aba Abdullah. He said to him, Na'am, inni usika bihadha al-gharib. I advise you to guard this lonely stranger. قاتل دونه حتى تقتل. Fight for him until you die. This is my advice. Habib said to him, Wallahi لأنعمنك عينا أفعل ورب الكعبة. I will make you proud, my old friend. One after the other, the companions fell and were killed by the enemy until Imam al-Hussein found himself all alone. فنظر يمينا وشمالا. This is one of the most painful moments on the day of Ashura. Imagine Abu Abdullah looking around. There's no one left. فلم ير منهم إلا من صافح التراب جبينا. He saw none other than those whose faces were resting on the ground. وَقَطَعَ الْحِمَامُ أَنِينَ. They had all died. So the Imam called out to them, يَا أَبْطَالَ الصَّفَا. O warriors of the battlefield, وَيَا فُرْسَانَ الْهَيْجَةِ مَا لِي أُنَادِيكُمْ فَلَا تُجِيبُونَ. I'm calling you, why don't you answer? أَنِيَامٌ أَنْتُمْ. Are you sleeping? أَرْجُوكُمْ تَنْتَبِهُونَ. أَرْجُوكُمْ means please answer me. Why, Ya ibn Rasulullah, we ask you. He said, هَؤُلَاء بَنَاتْ رَسُولِ اللَّهِ. Do you see the daughters of Rasulullah? The only one standing between them and 30,000 vile animals is Hussain ibn Ali. One report says that their bodies began to shiver and shake. If there was a trace of life in them, they would respond. It is now that Imam al-Hussein called out. The hadith says, istarja'. He said, Inna lillah wa inna ilayhi raji'un. Ya Zainab, Ya Kulthum. The women began to cry. Some of the women who still had children with them, they sent their children and said, go defend the son of Fatima. Amr ibn Janada was one of them. Young boy, dragging the sword on the ground. He came to Abu Abdullah. The Imam said, this boy's father was just killed. Take him back to his mother. His mother doesn't want to see him die. He said, Ya Abu Abdullah, it was my mother who sent me to you. Please let me go fight. He headed towards the enemy, saying things that I want every one of you to say along with him. These are the words we should use when the angels come to us in our grave. Instead of introducing himself, his father, his mother, his tribe, he said the following. He said, Ana Amiri Husaynun wa ni'mal amir. سرور فؤاد البشير النذير. Hussain. Say it 3 times. Hussain. Answer the call. soul of Abu Abdullah Hussain.